Close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And we're back for some more American Legion baseball on the Shields Invitational Tournament. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. We're getting set for a semifinal matchup in the Shields Invitational Tournament. The four teams from the four area regions from the four different ballparks are coming here for the championship rounds. First we'll have the Dilworth Glendon Felton. I'm going to try not to say the Rebels because I don't think it says the Rebels anywhere on their uniforms, but they are post 397. Head coach is Al Kruger, and Jesse Rosted is the assistant coach, and they'll take on the Kindred Vikings. Kindred Vikings will be the home team. Kindred Vikings, of course, are post 117. And again, Greg, we're getting set to play some fun baseball, and if the other previous games are any indication, this is going to be a fun matchup.
Yeah, and I did want to say, so if anybody happens to be listening now that was listening last night, it was kind of just me misspeaking and not really understanding. Like Mike had said, this is semifinal. So I had accidentally said kind of launching into championship baseball. So each team that had won their individual site is now in Kindred. So DGF won their site. They'll be coming out here to play Kindred. And then we'll have Bismarck and Brookings play next. Winner of each game. That will then be the championship. So kind of just me misspeaking a little bit, and we have a better understanding of what's on the line now. So
and you have the matchup for the next game, correct? It's Brookings and
Brookings and it's Bismarck, and it's not the Bismarck Capitals that we had seen. It's the Bismarck Americans.
The Bismarck Americans taking on Brookings, and that game will follow this one, and then the championship game at 2:00, and that's what the schedule is for anyway. And so we're looking forward to three good baseball games here on the Kindred Field, and the field looks great. Dan Nathan was mowing the outfield last night after the game at 10:30 at night. Paul Quislen was mowing the infield, and they came out here early again and got the field ready to play. Looks gorgeous. It's a beautiful day for baseball. The wind is blowing out to left center field, so I'm getting ready for some awesome baseball today.
Yep, the field's looking great. The feel right now is awesome. There's actually a good amount of people already here for 10 a.m. on a Sunday, but yeah, I mean, the weather yesterday got a little hot and sticky. I think today's supposed to be a little better. We're looking to have some awesome baseball again. Hopefully, hopefully the games can go like they did yesterday. Really Friday and Saturday. God dang, we've just been watching crazy baseball. But yeah, I mean, can't really ask for much better than this, especially with your opinion. This has got to be what you're looking for: hot and sunny and a lot of baseball.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I got into the ballpark a little while ago, and I walked into the concession stand and got myself an Arnold Palmer and some waters, and Erin Hill had some fresh breakfast burritos and breakfast pizza at the concession stand. So she's rocking and rolling. She said the concession stand is open. We announced it on the PA already, and people were making their way down there for some breakfast pizza, breakfast burritos. And, of course, they'll have the cheeseburgers later on. And, ice cream again. It's going to be awesome. I'll go over the lineups quickly for Dilworth Glendon Felton.
Sure.
We'll call him DGF, post 397. Leading off and playing in center field is Landon Johnson.
Number 2 is Camden Schreiber.
Playing in left field and batting second is Austin Anderson. Batting third is Austin Anderson, and then Alex Anderson bats third and does the pitching. Batting cleanup is a shortstop, Kason Berge. Batting fifth and the designated hitter, Jacob Sievertson. Batting sixth and playing over at third base is Peyton Oz. Batting seventh and catching is Wes Hoover. Batting eighth and playing at first base is Dylan Anderson. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Jack Haugen. And playing in right field and being DH for is Nick Wally, the right fielder. Here's the starting lineup for the Kindred Vikings. Starting in center field and leading off is Mason Almaris. Batting second and the designated hitter in today's ballgame is Jack Wold. Batting third And catching is Bryce Whipple. Batting cleanup and playing in left field is Kylan Swenson. Stanley Belaski batting fifth and playing at shortstop. Batting sixth and playing over at first base is Luke Starcevic. Grant Spellhog bats seventh and plays over at third base. Batting eighth and playing at second base is Andy Traum. And batting ninth is Xander Rath. He'll be out in right field and getting called up from the Midcast Babe Ruth team. None other than number 45, Fisher Johnson. Good hard-throwing right-handed pitcher, and he's getting his first American League start, I believe. And so it's going to be a fun matchup today.
Yeah, and knowing Fisher Johnson, I've seen him pitch a few times in Babe Ruth, and just my friendship with Coach Eggman, and he's the head coach of that Babe Ruth team, so he tells me about Fisher all the time. We might be in for a treat. I think he's going to be on some sort of pitch count here because they do have a really big week next week with getting into that state tournament. So they're not going to go crazy here and overthrow him, but I think we might be in for a treat to see how he can. He's a young guy, and how he can come out and handle the pressure of a Legion game and in a big spot like the Shields Invitational here.
Yeah, and we saw Brock Johnson get the call the other day.
Yeah.
He does nothing but come in and throw a seven-inning shutout and gets his first win, and it was a lot of fun. We brought Brock up here to do a little bit of an interview and had a lot of fun. So we're getting the starting lineups announced right now. We'll be back in a little bit. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with American Legion Baseball and the Shields Invitational Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Check out the YourLiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Beautiful morning for baseball in Kindred, North Dakota. DGF getting set to play the Kindred Vikings. Fisher Johnson on the mound for the Kindred Vikings. His battery mate, none other than Bryce Whipple. Rounding out the infield over at first base is Luke Starcevic. At second base is Andy Traum. At shortstop, Stanley Belaski. Grant Spellhaug rounds it out over at third base. Out in left field is Kylan Swenson. Mason Almeriso takes over in center field, and Xander Rath is out in right field. DGF just getting started. Landon Johnson will lead off. He's the center fielder. So DGF won their site in this 4-location Shields Invitational Tournament. So they're in the semifinal rounds. Brookings won their site, and the Bismarck Americans won their site.
Yep.
So the Bismarck Americans will take on Brookings in the second semifinal round of the day, and then after that is a championship game. First things first, Kindred's getting going. Here's Fisher Johnson's first pitch. Is in there for a strike. Home plate umpire is Tom Perius, and out on the base paths is Josh Nordick. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Fisher Johnson. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Tom Perius, from my experience, he has a good loud strike call, but he doesn't raise that right arm for a couple of seconds, so sometimes I get confused on the strike calls. But he is loud enough, and he does make the call. Check swing, it gets by Whipple. They're going to appeal down to first base. Josh Nordick says he did not go around, and I tend to agree with him.
I agree with that, yeah.
So it's a 1-2 count. Whipple was playing it as if he swung, and he was couldn't find the ball. I believe it hit the umpire and stayed around home plate. Swinging a foul back out of play. Gorgeous day. We got the concession stand open. Thanks everybody for bringing you this tournament, Shields Invitational Tournament. All the ticket takers, concession workers, grounds crew. Here's a 1-2 delivery. Swinging a high pop fly right side of the infield. This is in no man's land. Xander Rath comes over. It's going to fall in. Luke Starcevic went out. Andy Traum busted out there. Xander Rath was coming in. I wasn't sure if the infielder was going to make that play, but it was just a long run for Xander Rath, just kind of in no man's land.
It was, but for a guy like him, I am genuinely surprised to not see him come up with that. I mean, I think that was farther than I was anticipating, though. That was a long run.
Was a long run, but either way, DGF has themselves a leadoff single against Fisher Johnson. Now batting, Austin Anderson, the left fielder, takes a strike. And I hope you can hear that. Tom Harris, a home plate umpire, with a big, loud strike call. Makes for a good baseball game. Here's a pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff runners aboard. Here's a 1-1 delivery. Fastball, swing and a miss. So Fisher Johnson gets 2 strikes on the first 2 batters. Almost struck out Landon Johnson. Then he pops one up down the first base line and gets himself a single. And here's a pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3. Then the throw down to second base. Not quite in time. Good strong throw. Belaski fielding the ball. But I think Landon Johnson had himself a pretty good jump.
Yeah, and having seen Bryce Whipple throw out, I've personally seen just over the last 2 days throw out 3 people. I'm assuming he had a heck of a jump there.
Little bit of a hesitation on that throw.
Yep.
That brings up Alex Anderson. He's the pitcher in today's ball game. Right-handed hitter, way back in the batter's box, has his right foot on the chalk line. Takes ball 1. Right on the chalk line. Any further back, and he'd be not in the batter's box. Here's a pitch. Over for a strike. 1-1 the count. Fisher Johnson on the mound. And here's a 1-1 delivery. Fastball. In there for a strike. I'm starting to learn the body language of the home plate umpire when there's a strike. Not only am I listening for it, but I'm also watching him if he's going to bring that right hand up and call that one a strike. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fastball swinging a ground ball out towards short. Belaski has it. Hesitates, and he can't make the play. Alex Anderson is aboard. I believe that'll be an infield single. Okay, we're going to call it an error. So what happened was, and Belaski fields it cleanly, but then had a little trouble getting the handle on the ball as he fumbled with it a little bit, and that little bit of a hesitation got Alex Anderson over to first base. So it will be an error, E6. Belaski had just an outstanding day at shortstop last night. And that was a nice play as well. He just couldn't quite find the handle. Here's a high pop fly by the cleanup hitter, Kaysen Berge. He fouls it out of play, strike 1. Kaysen Berge, the shortstop. has a chance here. Runners on first and third. Let's see how they defend this here if they do take off. They've already tried to steal once successfully against Bryce Whipple. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He does take off. The pitch is a ball. Throw down goes all the way through, and he guns him out. They've ran that play a number of times where Andy Traum will come in and fake like he's going to cut it off and try to throw it down to third, but then they just let it go through, and Stanley Belaski makes the tag, and Whipple guns down the base stealer.
Yeah, it's fun to have a catcher you can trust to make that throw. He puts it right on the money as much as anyone I've seen.
Count is 1-2, so now the error means nothing. Nothing to the scoring. He's out anyway, so there's 2 outs. Here's a pitch. It's a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 17 pitches thrown now by Fisher Johnson. This would be a great boost for the Kindred Vikings if they're able to get out of here unscathed. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's just what happens. 18 pitches. He gets the strikeout. His first strikeout of the game, and DGF comes up with no runs in the top of the first inning. Kindred Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Kindred Vikings coming to bat. They'll have Mason Almaris, Jack Wold, and Bryce Whipple to try to put some runs on the board and draw first blood in this matchup. Semifinal matchup. Winner of this game plays in the championship game on the Shields Invitational Tournament. Man, there's been a lot of great baseball, and we have a beautiful day for baseball, Greg.
And it's been weird because it's been great hitting, great pitching, great fielding. We've got, well, just crazy plays too, like Almaris yesterday getting caught in a pickle and ended up scoring a run. And it's just been a little bit of everything. It's like you go to a buffet and you kind of want a little piece of everything. That's what this tournament has been.
It's been a lot of fun. That we've had an inside the park home run. We've had a lot of triples. We've had some errors. We've had bats flying into the dugout.
Oh, yeah, goodness. How could I forget that? 2 bats went flying yesterday. Luckily, no one got hit.
Right-handed pitcher on the mound, Mr. Alex Anderson. Starts off Almaris with a strike. Now here's a high pop fly. In foul territory, first baseman comes over and has plenty of room, and he comes over and makes a catch. That's Dylan Anderson. A lot of Andersons on this ball club.
Yeah, so I think you've said Austin, Alex, Dylan. There's been all sorts of them.
Yeah, so if I just say Anderson when the ball's hit to somebody, I'll probably be right.
Yeah, I just lean towards Anderson.
And Mr. Mathematics to my left here, Paul Quislin, says that there's a 33% chance of it being an Anderson. And he's right.
He's right.
3 of the 9 infielders are Andersons. First pitch to Jack Wold misses. Second pitch also misses. 2-0 the count to Jack Wold. I remember as a hitter, popping up in foul territory was one of the most frustrating things because there's just nothing you can do. There's nothing you can really hope for.
Yeah.
You pop it up, you just missed your pitch, and you're like, come on, don't catch it, don't catch it. Get out of play, get out of play. It didn't get out of play, and he caught it. This one, Jack Wold fouls completely out of play, so it's a 2-1 count to him. And here's a pitch. Misses for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's the 3-1 delivery from the right-hander. Swinging a ground ball, chopped up the middle. That's into center field for a single. Jack Wold with the Kindred Vikings first hit.
Back where it came from up the middle. Brings up number 23, catcher Bryce Whipple.
I'm finishing writing my players on the on kind of the diamond, so when the ball's hit out to an outfielder, I can quickly look down and figure out who it is.
So you're just writing Anderson over and over again?
I just wrote Anderson 3 times. And here's a pitch, swing and a miss by Bryce Whipple. What a tournament he's had. He's got a good game already. He's thrown out 1 of 2 base stealers in the ball game today. Drove in 5 runs in the first game, 1 in the second. So 6 runs batted in. He now has 33 on the season. Down in the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch by Anderson. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I was wondering, who's their left fielder? You know who it is? It's Anderson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking balls pounded on the ground right to the third baseman, Oz. He'll float to second for 1, on
nice
to
play.
first base in time for the double play. It's Oz to Haugen to Anderson, and it's a 5-4-3 double play. Kindred Vikings are shut out in the bottom of the first inning. DGF coming to bat in the top of the second on yourliveevent.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
DGF coming to bat in the top of the second inning. They'll have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters to bat. Jacob Severson, followed by Peyton Oz and Wes Hoover. No Andersons due up in the second inning. It's a rarity. Here's a pitch. Down low, ball 1 to Jacob Severson. Right-handed pitcher Fisher Johnson on the mound. Both pitchers throw a scoreless first inning. Next pitch from Fisher Johnson is over for a strike to Jacob Severson, the designated hitter. Where's number 12, right-handed hitter? And here's a pitch, swinging a line drive, base hit into center field. Second hit for DGF.
You got single up the middle. Severson brings up number 8, third baseman.
Severson starts off, nice piece of hitting there. I thought he kept his hands in nicely and inside the baseball and drove it into center field.
A really nice compact swing. He wasn't trying to do too much, and look at that, standing on first base now. Not over swinging.
Fisher Johnson throwing out of the stretch. Bunt attempt, it's popped up, and Whipple's going to make the catch. Throw down to first base. He got him. A double play. Just something, again, that you just don't see that often. A bunt attempt, popped up in the air, wasn't that high. Whipple made the catch, and the runner wasn't that far off of the bag, and Whipple just gunned it down there and made a throw. I didn't think he was going to have a chance, but sure enough, Starcevic was there, stuck the throw, and a double play is turned again.
I think you're forgetting it's the Shields Invitational at the Kindred site, so we were due. We were due for a popped-up bunt double play.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that the runner was still close enough to first, and I was trying to work the camera here. I thought for sure he'd get back in time. I'm surprised to see that he got out there.
1-1 the count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball, chopped over towards second base. It goes through the legs of Andy Trom. That'll be another error on Kindred. E4 this one. Kindred Vikings wearing their American flag type uniforms, their star-spangled uniforms, I'll call them. So a few number changes. DGF warmed up with their black tops, but now they're wearing their green camouflage uniforms. That was Wes Hoover that grounded out to second base and reached on the air. They'll have a courtesy runner. I didn't catch the number there. Camden Schreiber. There's a line drive into center field and caught by Almaris, and that's the inning. So Hoover, the error by Trom is meaningless. Line out to center field for the third out of the inning. DGF comes up with the no runs in the top of the second. Kindred Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Alex Anderson faced the minimum in the bottom of the first inning. He got a pop-up, then allowed a single, then got the pitcher's best friend, that 5-4-3 double play. So he'll face a 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Kylan Swenson, Stanley Belaski, and Luke Starcevic. Kylan Swenson, the left fielder, fouls off the first pitch, strike one. Early on, bottom of the second inning, we're scoreless. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swinging a line drive into right field. That's down for a hit. Line drive single for Kylan Swenson. And so when Kylan Swenson isn't getting hit by a pitch, he can hit the ball hard as well.
Which is a rarity that he's not getting hit.
Brings up Stanley Belaski. Stanley was 1 for 3 in the second game, but just played some outstanding shortstop. Brought him up here for an interview just because of that stellar defense. Here's a pitch to him, swing and a miss. He did get a hit and another near hit where it was kind of debated for a while in that first game. Wound up giving the infielder an error after some debate. But I think the right call was made.
Yep.
Here's the 0-1 delivery from Anderson. Fastball, swinging a foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Luke Starcevic awaits on deck. Aberdeen, sounds like the infielders and the players for Aberdeen were very friendly and talking to the other players, and they mentioned some of the size of some of the Kindred players. Luke Starcevic was one of those gentlemen that they talked about, and Whipple and Grant Spellhaug over there, and they're like, got a bunch of linebackers, it looks like, playing there.
Yeah, there's no shortage of size on this Kindred team.
Here's the 0-2. Swenson takes off. The pitch is a ball. Throw down to second base. Looks like it's in time. Swenson gets gunned down stealing. What a throw from the catcher, Wes Hoover. I believe there's a shortstop that made the tag, or was it the second baseman?
The second baseman was just working out his glove, dirt out of his glove, so probably second baseman.
That makes sense. So 1 out, caught stealing after the leadoff single. Here's a pitch to Belaski, grounded over towards second base. Haugen has it, and he throws wildly over to first base, and Belaski is going to reach on an error.
Belaski will reach on the errant throw, and that brings up number 14, the first baseman.
We've had a number of errors in this Shields Invitational tournament, but at the same time, there's just been stellar defense.
Yeah.
You know, just every now and then, it's just little things like that, just kind of a little bit of an errant throw, gets a runner aboard, and so you do see some errors up on the board, but it doesn't take away from all these teams are playing some great defense as well. Here's a pitch to Luke Starcevic. He takes ball 1. Starcevic has had a nice tournament, and he's hit the ball hard, and he's had, I think, 3 or 4 hits, and all of them the opposite field. So you can tell that he's working with Dean Wixow and driving that ball the other way. He always feels that when you feel like you're driving it over towards right center, that's when you're going good, and eventually you're going to start to pull the ball. But if you start to try to pull the ball, then that's when you roll it over to the shortstop. Here's a hard drive into left center field. This is down for a hit. It's off the fence. Let's see if Belaski's going to score. He's going to be held up at third base. He falls down, but is able to scamper back. That ball was just scorched, and it had distance for a home run. It just didn't have the height. It was hit so hard and kind of had that downward spin and drove far out to left field. The wind was behind it a little bit, but Starcevic almost put the Vikings on top 2-0. He hit it off the lower part of the fence on a line, so a stand-up double.
I thought that thing was going to be gone. I might have been biased just off of who I saw hit it, but I thought that was going to be over the fence.
Brings up Grant Spellhaug. He's had a nice tournament. He's driven the ball hard the other way. Here's a pitch. And on cue, I was talking about how Starcevic has driven everything to the right side.
Yeah, and there it is.
And talking to Dean Wixow, he said eventually you'll just start to naturally pull the ball, even if you're thinking of driving it to right center. And that ball was pulled hard to left center field off the fence. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Spellhaug has driven the ball hard the other way. Had a big 2-run double in yesterday's game. And here's a 2-0 pitch. Hitter's count. He'll take a strike. Alex Anderson, starting pitcher for DGF. He's thrown 21 pitches. We're in the bottom of the second. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Here's a 2-1 swing and a foul. So we got some size, we got some power on this team, and we have a whole lineup full of incredibly fast runners as well. Just an all-around athletic ball team. Fun to watch. Here's a 2-2. Off-speed swing and a foul tip into the glove. And the catcher, Wes Hoover, holds on, and it's a strikeout.
Alex Anderson picks up strikeout number 1. Second out of the inning.
First strikeout for Alex Anderson. Brings up Andy Traum. Traum's had a nice tournament. He's hit the ball hard. A couple of doubles. Wrapped a hit yesterday through the hole on the left side. Trying to drive in the first run of the game. Takes ball 1. Spellhaug strikes out. The infield was back, I believe, and so you'd like to see Spellhaug make some contact and try to get that first run home. And here's a pitch, swing and a miss by Andy Trump. 25 pitches now thrown by Alex Anderson. Had some fun baseball already. And here's a 1-1 delivery from Anderson. That one's over for a strike. No mistaking that one. I hope you heard that over the microphone.
That was a loud one.
Yeah. 1-2 the count. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in a row after the big booming double. So the Vikings come up empty in the bottom of the second, and after 2, we're scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning for DGF. They'll send their 9 1-2 hitters to bat against right-handed pitcher Fisher Johnson. It'll be second baseman Jack Haugen, followed by Landon Johnson and Austin Anderson. Here's the first pitch from Fisher. Swinging a hard ground ball over towards third. Spellhog fields it cleanly, fires across the diamond in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
If there's any question how Fisher Johnson was going to start this game, being one of the young guys, first Legion start, the answer is a lot of strikes. A lot of strikes.
And Fisher, it's been fun coaching him over the years. He's always thrown strikes, always been a very good hitter as well. Here's a first pitch to the top of the order, Landon Johnson, taken for a ball. Here's a 1-0, swinging a high fly ball. It's pretty deep left field. Kylan Swenson goes back. Almaris calls for it. A lot of room and a lot of speed out in that outfield, and that ball was high enough. I think Xander Rath from right field could have tracked that one down as well.
Yeah, this is that's the fun thing about this Kindred team is they have so much talent they can shuffle around, and there's probably a lot of coaches' discussion of should we play this guy at third, all that, and their outfield right now is kind of stacked with speed. This is their outfield that can cover a lot of ground.
Here's a high fly ball to right. Xander Rath goes back, and he looks over his head, and it goes off the fence, and he guns it into the infield, and he'll hold the batter, Austin Anderson, to a long double off the fence. So a couple of balls hitting off the fence, just missing home runs for both teams. 3 hits now for DGF. That one's a solid double. Xander Rath was going back on that one, and that might be a situation where the sun is out to our east, as opposed to when we're playing at night and the sun's kind of behind you. And so he does have the sunglasses on, but had a little trouble with that one. He did go back, but the ball just kept carrying, and it hit off the fence. And that'll bring up Alex Anderson, the pitcher. He reached on an error, and then it was eventually thrown out stealing. Here's an off-speed pitch, is in the dirt, ball 2 to the right-handed hitter. So 2 outs. A 2-out double by Austin Anderson brings up Alex Anderson. And here's a 2-0 set and delivery. Fastball is outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Fisher has thrown 33 pitches now. And here's a 3-0, that's over for a strike. I remember coaching Fisher Johnson when he was probably 7, 8 years old, and we were playing T-ball, but then we'd throw some balls to him afterwards, and he just had this big old swing. It was fun to watch. Here's a 3-1. It's over for a strike. And I just remember telling his dad, Sean Johnson, I said, he's going to have a big swing.
Yeah, you can tell from a young age sometimes.
Yep. And it was almost comical to see how big of a swing he took. Here's the 3-2. It misses down and away. So you have this little, 6, 7-year-old kid, and he's just taking this big old hack. And that's the pitcher, Alex Anderson. He's on board with the walk, so we'll have a courtesy runner. This is number 1, Tanner Cadwell. And I like the way DGF does their courtesy runners. They don't wait around and call timeout. They just call timeout, sprint out there, get off the field. Here's a high fly ball to left field. This one's hit pretty hard, but Kylan Swenson goes back. It's playable, and he makes a catch. So Kason Berge, the shortstop, flies out to left to end the inning. So the DGF post 397 threatens, but comes up empty again. And after 2.5, we're still scoreless. Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Check out the YourLiveEvent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
And we are back in Kindred, North Dakota with your Goldmark in-game update. From commercial land to farmland, Goldmark Commercial has the skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland requests. Go online to goldmarkcommercial.com for more info.
We're scoreless heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for DGF. Kindred, no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. And Xander Rath got his bunt down into the infield to try to bunt for a single on the first pitch of this inning, and still almost beat it out. It wasn't his best bunt, but the pitcher, Alex Anderson, went over there and fired over to first, but beat Xander Rath by 1 step. So 1 out, a bunt attempt, and it's a 1-3 put out on the first pitch to the 9th hitter, Xander Rath. We're back to the top of the order with Mason Almaris. 2 pitches to him, both balls. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. He's 0 for 1. He foul popped to the first baseman his first time up. And here's a pitch. That one's down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. You don't want to walk Mason.
No.
Although Wes Hoover has shown that he can throw out base stealers of his own throughout the speedy Kylan Swenson. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That's over for a strike. 31 pitches now for Alex Anderson, as opposed to Fisher Johnson's 37 pitches. Here's a 3-1. That's over for a strike. Count rolls full. Jeremiah Doctor coming out, coaching first base. Very cool. Mason Omeros draws a walk. So Paul Quizlin was telling us a story about these 2 teams. They played in 2019 in Wisconsin, of all places. And they took a picture with every other uniform, kind of mixing it up with the camo uniforms for DGF, and then the American flag Star Spangled shirts for Kindred. Throw over to first base is not in time.
I think we have to try to recreate that. That does look really cool.
That looks really cool. I don't know if we can get that on camera or if it'll even show up, but so I don't think we'll try it, but that's a pretty cool picture. Dan Nathan found that photo. Paul Quizlin found that photo. Maybe after this game we can recreate that. Another throw over to first base, not in time. Jack Wold is a batter. He singled to center his first time up. 1 out, Mason Almaris on at first. They're aware of his speed. A couple of throws over to first base, keeping an eye on him. And here's a pitch from Anderson. The pitch is a strike, I believe. Throw down to second base is not in time. Another solid throw from Wes Hoover. It was just up towards the third base a little bit, and Haugen, the second baseman, slapped the tag on him, but Almaris is in there safely with the stolen base.
And he's kind of proving my point wrong yesterday of not making that throw. I mean, he's been on the money, so this is the kind of catcher you do want making that throw.
Yep. The first pitch to Wold was a strike. That second pitch was a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. Misses for a ball, 2-1. Both teams with 3 hits now. Josh Almaris coaching over at third. Now Nick Eggman is back out there. Coaching first, Jeremiah Doctor was taking over for a little while. Dean Wixow's in the dugout as well. Here's a 2-1 pitch, a high fly ball into left center field, hit fairly hard. Back goes the center fielder, and he makes a catch against the wall. Almaris did tag up, and he's going to reach third safely, and the ball skips away, but brilliant job by Alex Anderson doing his job as a pitcher and backing that up.
Beautiful landing catch into the wall out there by Landon Johnson.
Landon Johnson, the center fielder, chased that one down. That ball was deep into the left center field gap. It had a chance to get out of here. I was hoping the wind would push that one to the fence or over the fence, but Landon Johnson chased it down. Almaris clearly tagged up. They did appeal down to second base, but I watched Almaris after the catch was made, and he didn't take off till after the player crashed into the fence. So he reaches third base after the fly out by Wold. Another hard hit baseball for 2 outs. Brings up Bryce Whipple. He bounced into a double play his first time up. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
And that's a good heads-up play by Mason, because to get to third now, result of the batter probably would score him anyways, but any pass ball now gives you the first run of the ball game.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's over for a strike. 0-2 the count to Bryce Whipple. Looking to drive in the first run of the game. Alex Anderson looking to defeat that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alex Anderson now with 41 pitches. Both pitchers' pitch counts looking pretty good. And here's a pitch. Over for strike 3. Whipple goes down on strikes to end the inning. And at the end of 3, we're tied at 0 on yourliveevent.com.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
DGF coming to bat in the top of the 4th inning. They'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters to face Fisher Johnson. Fisher Johnson rocks and fires, swinging a high fly ball into center field. Allmaris is there. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Jacob Sievertson on the first pitch flies out to center field. He had singled his first time up, so now he's 1 for 2. Gotta like that for Fisher Johnson. Kind of on a pitch count. He's got a pitch for Babe Ruth this week and trying to save his arm a little bit, so he gets 1 pitch, 1 out. Second pitch of the inning is over for a strike to Peyton Oz. He was the one that popped up into that double play, third baseman. Next pitch to him is a ball. Peyton Oz. Oz is spelled A-A-S, pronounced Oz. And here's a 1-1 delivery. Over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful day for baseball this morning. We got 3 games in Kindred. 2 semifinal games. And now Bryce Whipple needs a new glove. Happened a lot this year for our Babe Ruth team that Sam Bernier's on. His catcher's glove tore. Got a brand new catcher's mitt, and a couple games into the season it was ripped. And then our first baseman's glove ripped in a game. Then the players continued to use it, and it cost us a couple of errors. I'm like, switch gloves. But here's a pitch. Off speed is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 42 pitches now for both pitchers. Peyton Oz 0 for 1. Popped into a double play, attempting to bunt. Whipple made a nice catch and then throw it on to first base and picked off the runner, Sievertson. Here's a pitch. It's up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 3-2 delivery. Fastball's down low. He walked it. So after getting a first pitch out, works the count full and draws a walk, does Peyton Oz. That'll bring up the catcher, Wes Hoover. Reached on an error by the second baseman his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 officially. Starcevic holding on the runner at first. Here's a pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Hit fairly well, but Xander Rath almost right in his tracks. He didn't have to move hardly at all. The ball goes right to his glove. Fly ball right out to the right fielder for the second out of the inning. So Sievertson on the first pitch flies out to center. Oz battles to a full count, draws a walk. First pitch swinging is Hoover, and he flies out to right.
Yeah, it's kind of evening itself out. There it is, the baseball gods putting in work.
Dylan Anderson is batting. First baseman, he's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. His first time up. 2 outs, runner on first, and the pitch. Fastball down low. 2 balls and no strikes. So the players, a lot of the seniors on this ball club wanted a bench out in front of kind of the clubhouse down below us on the press box. And so they never got the bench made or anything or purchased. So there's a delayed steal, throw down to second, won't be in time. Peyton Oz with the delayed steal, steals second base. So anyway, the players, instead of having that bench, they never got it purchased or made or whatever. They took some. There's a little bit of a clubhouse where the umpires meet, and there's an office down there. They took the couches and the recliners out, so they got that. Enough. So they got that right in front of there, and when they recline them, they actually go onto the field to play. So they can't recline them, but just kind of letting it go, letting the seniors have their day down there. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Fastball popped foul and out of play. Something you don't see that often, but that was a delayed steal by Oz. He didn't go right away. He waited till the pitch got to Whipple, and then he took off, kind of unexpectedly. So a delayed steal, and he reached second base successfully. Here's a full count pitch. Fastball down low. He walked him. So this is, baseball is just a weird game. We talked about Sievertson went out on the pitch. Oz worked the count full, drew a walk. Hoover goes down on the first pitch. Now Anderson draws a full count walk.
So we're probably looking at a first pitch out here.
That's Jack Haugen. He grounded out to third base his first time up. So if the OCD pans out, he'll swing at the first pitch and fly out, but he doesn't do it for us. Takes a ball. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And here's a pitch, down low, 2 balls and no strikes. And Josh Almaris is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. You can tell Fisher got a little bit frustrated there. So Josh Almaris and Bryce Whipple noticed that, so they want to go out and talk to his pitcher and say, hey, it's all right. You've given up no runs. You've pitched a great game. Go out there and talk to the young pitcher and just say, look, keep working your game. You got defense out there, so you got guys that can make the play.
Yeah, up until this point, he's just been firing strike after strike after strike, and starting to struggle a little bit here, losing a little bit of control, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him dial it back in here and get out of the fourth.
Sometimes you just got to go out there and remind your pitcher it's a round bat, round ball, round bat. Hard to hit it square.
Yeah.
Throw it over the plate. Here's a 2-0 pitch. This one misses down low. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count here. A walk isn't the worst thing in the world here, so it just would load up the bases. And the next pitch is over for a strike. And that's probably another thing that Almaris reminded his pitcher of. Hey, if you walk, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Work through it. Here's the 3-1 pitch. High fly ball into center field. Mason Almaris has the sunglasses down. He's underneath it. He makes a catch. And he works out of the inning on a fly out to center field. For DGF, they come up with no runs. Couple of walks, strand a couple of runners, and at the end of 3.5, hey, we're scoreless. Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.
Kindred Vikings coming to bat, bottom of the 5th inning. Line drive, base hit into center field for Kylan Swenson. Another hit, he's 2 for 2. So it's a 4, 5, and 6 hitters.
He's hitting the ball well today.
To face Alex Anderson. Swenson drove one to right his first time up. Eventually was cut down stealing. Now he laces one into center field. Stanley Belaski steps to the plate. He reached on an error his first time up. And here's a set and the throw over to first base. So Kindred with a lot of good speed, but I tell you what, Wes Hoover's got a cannon back behind the plate, and he's thrown out Kylan Swenson already today. Mason Almaris was successful on a steal. So it changes the dynamic of this team just a little bit.
Yeah, kind of takes away a little bit of their superpower of when you get on first, you kind of feel like you're just on second, and that's not the case today by any means.
So now you got to be a little bit more choosy and pick your counts. You know, pick a count where maybe a curveball or an off-speed pitch is going to be thrown, and Pick your battles. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Belaski gets the bunt down to third base. Throw over to first is in time. Swenson will reach second base. It's a sacrifice bunt. Oz with a nice play from third base, charging hard and making the strong throw over to first base. So it's a sacrifice bunt. 5-3 in the putout for the first out. Swenson does move up to second. So you sacrifice an out to get him up to second base, but you also have Luke Starcevic at the batter. So when you look back and you see Starcevic, who already pasted one off the fence today, takes ball one.
Yep, you get your RBI guy up, one out, runner on second with really good speed. This is threatening for DGF.
And it's a 0-0 ball game, bottom of the fourth inning.
Yep, every run's going to matter now.
So runs are premium. Pitch to Starcevic is a strike. Starcevic drove one off the left center field wall. His first time up, was eventually stranded at second, as was Belaski. Stranded at third to end that inning. So here's a 1-1. This one's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. We were just mentioning that, when you see sloppy baseball, you see wild pitches, pass balls, and all that other good stuff. Alex Anderson has been throwing strikes all game long. Here's a pitch, swinging a foul. Jeez.
And that definitely just hit Spellhog in the on-deck circle.
Did it hit him?
I think so. I think it hit her right in the leg.
Yeah, Spellhog was right there, and I couldn't see it. It was out of my view, but I looked down, and Grant has a smile on his face, so I think
it hit him.
He's okay. It had to have hit him.
Yeah.
Unless there was a glitch in the matrix or something, and it just went through him. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball on the right side. It goes foul. Starcevic did a good job there. He was kind of fooled on that pitch a little bit, but he got the barrel to the ball and just kind of fouled it off. Did not hit G-Money in the on-deck circle this time, but 2-2 the count. 50 pitches thrown now by Alex Anderson. And the pitch is way up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And if you're Alex Anderson, I got to say, a walk here is also not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I would still obviously just attack, but if you miss, you miss.
Swinging a pop-up foul out of play. That looked like a fastball. Looked like he kind of challenged him a little bit. Starcevic had a good hack, fouled it back out of play.
Yeah, this is a situation where if you throw one that's low, if he swings, great. If he doesn't, you miss.
Yep.
Whatever.
This is baseball right here. Scoreless game. Runner on second. Bottom of the fourth. Here's a pitch from Alex Anderson. He steps off the rubber. Checks Swenson back to second base. And remember, just a base hit to the outfield should score Swenson. He's got tremendous speed. And the pitch. Fastball, swing, and a foul. Went back to the screen. So quite the battle here between Alex Anderson and Luke Starcevic.
And that was a really good spot. It's kind of what I said, where you keep that thing low.
And here's a pitch. Fastball, swinging another foul. So that's at least 8 pitches in this at-bat.
Yeah.
It might even be more than that.
This is an awesome battle so far.
This is fun to watch. Full count. Alex Anderson battling. Gets a sign from his catcher, Hoover. And here's a pitch. Off speed, pounded on the ground. And Alex Anderson's got to play over at first base, and he throws him out. So Anderson wins the battle. Swenson does move up to third base. But what a battle between Luke Starcevic and Alex Anderson. Anderson wins it, gets a ground out, throws him out at first base for the second out of the inning. That does bring up Grant Spellhog. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. Trying to give his team an early lead, or a lead. Both teams have come up empty. No runs, 3 hits and an error for DGF. Kindred, no runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. 56 pitches now thrown by both pitchers. And the pitch, over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Grant Spellhog. Andy Traum awaits on deck. Got a lot of room up in this press box. We're both kind of standing here talking baseball.
Stretched out.
I'm pacing around a little bit. Here's the breaking ball. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. We talked yesterday. We were talking about baseball cards and Sunday newspapers, and just 2 guys up here talking about baseball. No place I'd rather be. This is a lot of fun. Shields Invitational Tournament on yourliveevent.com. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fastball over for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning, a scoreless ball game. Kylan Swenson on at third. Alex Anderson pitching out of the stretch, battling. Here's a pitch. Fastball just misses.
Wow.
Hoover didn't think so.
Yeah,
did not agree with that call. That was a close pitch.
I feel like I saw that pitch just 2-3 pitches ago, and it was called a strike. That was a really good spot.
Here's a full count pitch. And here it goes.
Wow.
And he misses outside. I wasn't sure if that was going to be called a strike. Grant Spellhog draws of the walk.
Anderson is not missing by much here.
No, those are some good pitches.
Yeah.
Running at first base will be number 27, Carson Getty.
And a little conversation between the umpire and the coaching staff. Al Kruger, I believe, over there. There's a runner, a pinch runner. It's Carson Getty, again running for Spellhog. Getty wearing number 27 in this ball game.
And these are 2 fast runners that you can trust, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some chaos, any sort of early steal and delayed steal. Something will happen here. Carson's got a big lead over at first.
Andy Trom, the batter. Let's see what Carson Getty does. He does not take off. He gets a high fly ball into right field. And on comes a right fielder to make the catch to end the side.
After 4 complete.
And that's the right fielder, Nick Wally. He comes on and makes a catch, and that ends the side. So after 4 innings complete, we're scoreless on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
We got ourselves a pitching duel, folks. If you're watching this game at home, and if you can get out to the ballpark and watch this game, you're in for a treat. More baseball on the Shields Invitational Tournament. Semi-final game. Winner of this game plays in the championship game. Fisher Johnson still on the mound for the Kindred Vikings. He'll face the top of the order. Landon Johnson, the center fielder, steps up. Takes strike 1. Landon Johnson singled his first time up and flew out to center field. Back in the third, he's 1 for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball that pounded out towards shortstop. Belaski will kick it, and Belaski unable to handle that one, and Johnson reaches on the air, E6. Third error for Kindred after making no errors in the ball game last night.
Yeah, and you'd like to see Stanley now just get a ground ball hit to him, routinely field it, get back in a groove, because that's 2 now. After such an amazing night last night, you got to just get back in your groove. He's a good ball player.
Austin Anderson, the batter, he struck out and doubled. Here's a ground ball over to third. Throw down to second base is in time. No chance to get the double play. But a fielder's choice for Austin Anderson. He reaches, and it's a 5-4 put out for the first out of the inning. Alex Anderson steps up. That helps Belaski breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief on the first pitch. So there's a ground out, and you get that out of the way and work towards your team getting out of this inning. Alex Anderson, the pitcher, reached out in the air and was thrown out stealing, and then he walked in the third. Swing and a miss, strike one. This is a pitcher's duel. We've seen some crazy games, a lot of goofy runs scored, a lot of inside the park home runs. We've seen triples. But we've seen some offense in this game. Just nobody's been able to scratch a run across. We've seen some balls hit off the fence, just missing home runs for both teams.
Yeah, this game has been a little bit more traditional in the sense of just classic baseball. The other games have been a little crazy, but it's been an awesome pitching duel.
Pitch is up and in. 2-1 the count. Kason Berge is on deck. And here's a pitch. Line drive into shallow center field, and Almaris will not be able to come up with it. He guns it into second base, so it's fairly close at second. But it's a line drive single for Alex Anderson. I'm sure we'll have a courtesy runner again for the pitcher. Austin Anderson on at second base. The pitcher, Alex Anderson. We will have that courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner, I believe, will be number 1, Tanner Cadwell.
And it is number 1, Tanner Cadwell, the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Kason Berge, the shortstop. Where's number 10? He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out. So DGF threatening with runners on first and second. Here's a pitch, over for a strike. 64 pitches now thrown by Fisher Johnson. And here's a set. And we're going to have a balk. The runner took off to try to confuse Fisher Johnson, and it seemed to work a little bit. He
a little twitch in his upper body.
Twitch with his right leg. He
Yeah.
kind of stepped almost forward. So it is a balk. Both runners move up on the balk. So Josh Almaris will come out and talk to his pitcher. Again, hey, this isn't the end of the world. And even if you give up a run, we got some good hitters. We're going to score some runs this game. Just trying to settle them down. I know it's a scoreless game. When you give up a run, it's not. That's baseball.
Yep.
Somebody's got to score eventually. All baseball games that have ever been played have eventually ended. So
Yeah, no. Oh, except for when I went to the College World Series back in 2014. God, that game. I think, unless it just got broken recently, we went to the longest recorded College World Series game of all time. It was 17 innings. It was TCU and someone else, and it was. I don't know if that game ever ended. It did, but it felt like it didn't.
So Austin Anderson took off from second base. The coaching staff and the players yelled for Fisher to step off, and there was a little bit of a twitch when he saw that runner running, and then he did eventually step off, but not before the balk was called. Kason Berge, the batter. Infield is in, trying to choke off that run at the plate. Here's the 0-1, and it hit him. Bases are loaded.
And that again. That in your head, you feel like you just screwed up, but like that might be inconsequential. Putting a runner on first there.
And in some cases, you could argue that this can help you out.
Right, you don't have to make a tag at home now.
Right, and so now you got to force at every base.
Right.
Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike.
You don't want to throw and hit a batter, but if you're Fisher Johnson, you got to think, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, well, that might have helped.
Now the infield is going to play back for the double play. Up the middle, there's a ground ball over to Blasky. Flips over to second for one. Throw over to first. In time for the double play. A 6-4-3 double play, and they work out of it. Just like that. Just as we mentioned, the bases are loaded now. Now you have a double play chance up the middle, and Blasky starts that double play, and they work out of the game, work out of the inning, and at the end of 4.5, we're scoreless. Vikings coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand. No ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Shields Invitational Tournament, Kindred, North Dakota, the semifinal game. Whoever wins this game goes to the championship game scheduled at 2 o'clock today. After this ball game, we're going to have one more semifinal game, and that will determine who plays the winner of this game in that championship game. And what a game this has been. DGF and Kindred just battling.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that these teams want it. After that last double play there, these teams were fired up. This Kindred team was all over the field. Everyone from the dugout came running out, and you feel good for Fisher getting out of that and for Blasky to field that cleanly and get a double play there.
Xander Rath is batting. Little fly ball into left field. That's down for a base hit. Xander Rath is 1 for 2 now. So Rath dumps a single into left field, and that's significant because we talked about the blazing speed possessed by Xander Rath. But we've also talked about this game. It's not a given that he's going to be able to steal second base because Wes Hoover has thrown out a speedy runner as well. He's got a very strong throwing arm. So let's see what's in store for Kindred now. Do they bunt the runner over? You got Mason Almaris up, one of your better hitters, and he does not look like he's showing bunt. Rath does not take off from first base, and Almaris takes ball 1.
Yeah, Hoover kind of mitigates what this team is so used to and so good at, which is these singles and these walks and these hits batsmen. Like I said, they feel like doubles because you just kind of, at this age, if you're fast enough, you just get to second. But Hoover is really not letting that be the case.
And here's the 1-0 delivery. It's a fastball. It's over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rath didn't take off on the first 2 pitches. Almaris is batting. He's 0 for 1. He popped up and walked. He stole a base back in the 3rd, but was stranded at 3rd base eventually. Another throw over to first base, not in time. And Alex Anderson does a nice job. He doesn't just just throw over to first base like a gimme. He actually tries to pick him off.
Yeah, the intent is an out. It's not to keep him close.
And he does take off. Here's a pitch. It's outside. Good pitch to throw. And he guns out Xander Rath down at second base, just like we're talking about. This is baseball right here. We got a speedy runner. He had a good jump, but it was a perfect pitch to throw for the catcher because it was a fastball up and away. He was able to catch, field it, make that gun throw down to second base, and threw out Xander Rath for the first out of the inning. 2-1 is over for a strike to Mason Almaris. Jack Wold awaits on deck. What a ball game.
Yeah, and I think that might be one of the last steal attempts we'll see.
There's a line drive into right center field. This is down for a hit. Almaris rounds first. He's on his way to second, but he falls down. Now he's got to bust back to first base, and he'll reach safely. He was going to stretch that one into a double, but kind of lost his footing going into second base, and you can still see his skid marks out there. It looks like a violent skid mark, like a NASCAR driver spinning out of control out there. You can see the skid marks out there in the dirt.
And that's unfortunate because I feel like he would have gotten there.
Likely would have. Yeah. It's a base hit. Jack Wold steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He singled and then flew out hard to deep left center field. Now the ball's thrown away, and Almaris is going to reach second base, and he's going to stop there. The ball wasn't thrown that far. It did reach the grass down the – a lot of times when the ball's thrown away, it'll skip up the bullpen, and the runner will be able to make it over to third base. But in this case, Almaris reaches second base on the E1.
That was a little bit of a lucky break. It either hit his glove or Mason in some sense, and it slowed it down enough that. you feel fortunate he's only at second right now.
And the first pitch to Wold is ripped into right field. This ball's hit hard. It's over the head of the right fielder. We're going to have our first run. Wold's digging for second. He'll get there safely with a stand-up double. Almaris trots into home, and the Kindred Vikings have the first run of the game on a line drive opposite field double for Jack Wold. And I feel Jack Wold should have 3 hits in the ball game, but the center fielder, Anderson, made a stellar play a couple of innings ago. So now Jack Wold laces one to right field over the right fielder's head. RBI double. Vikings lead at 1-0. There is 1 out. Runner on second base. Bryce Whipple, the batter. He's 0 for 2. He bounced into a double play and struck out looking. And here's a pitch. Pop up over the press box. Strike 1. Wind still blowing out to left. Beautiful morning for baseball in Kindred. Field looks outstanding. Game 1 of 3 here in Kindred. And here's the 0-1, down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. If Kindred wins this game and makes it to the championship, we will carry that game again on yourliveevent.com. Here's a 1-1 set and delivery. It's a fastball, swing and a foul. I think Whipple wants that one back.
Yeah, he's putting a good swing on these. It's just...
That I don't think Alex Anderson wanted that pitch where he threw it.
No.
And Whipple just missed that, fouled it straight back to the screen, so he timed it right, just missed it. Here's a 1-2 set and delivery. And the pitch, off speed, is fouled away. That one nearly hit Kylan Swenson in the batter circle.
He would have been used to it if anybody's.
Yeah.
He's just finding a way to get hit by the ball.
1-2 set and delivery again from Anderson. Pitch is an off-speed pitch, misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch didn't miss like a lot, but it seemed like Whipple knew exactly where that ball was
He's
going.
done that twice now where he just nonchalantly said, yeah, it's outside.
Yep. Here's a 2-2 pitch, off-speed, laced down the left field line.
Oh, he got a lot of that one.
And it hits the walking track down there. It goes all the way into the ditch down there. I don't think we'll ever find that baseball.
That's like me hitting a tee shot out at Leonard. You're not going to find that thing.
Yeah. The golf balls that I need to buy are going to cost way more than my clubs will ever cost. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Whipple goes down on strikes. He's over 2. Kylan Swenson steps to the plate. Again, has the Kindred record, American Legion record, for getting hit by a pitch. With 16 now, but he's 2 for 2 in this ball game. 2 hard hit singles. 7 hits now for the Vikings. Wold on at second. Here's a pitch, fouled away. So Swenson 2 for 2. He was thrown out stealing in the second. The first of 2 runners thrown out by Wes Hoover, the catcher for DGF. Done an outstanding job behind the plate. Here's the 0-1 set. And the pitch. Fastball swinging a pop-up into shallow right field. On comes Wally. He comes in and makes a catch. Nice running catch. Nick Wally, spelled W-A-A-L-E, pronounced Wally, comes on and makes the catch. But the Vikings come up with a big run in the bottom of the 5th, and they lead it by a score of 1-0 on yourliveevent.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd, our world certified public accountant, has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
DGF to bat in the top of the 6th inning. They'll send their 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. Peyton Oz, Wes Hoover, and Dylan Anderson to face Fisher Johnson. Fisher Johnson worked out of a big jam. He had the bases loaded with 1 out. He got that pitcher's best friend, that 6 + 4 + 3, somehow that equals 2. For you mathematicians out there, big double play to end that top of the 5th inning. Then the Vikings answer back with a run. And I think that will be an unearned run with the throwing error. Here's a pitch from Fisher. Line drive, base hit into center field for Peyton Oz. He's 1 for 2 now. And that's a big hit. DGF trying to answer back, trying to get this ball game at least tied. We talked about these uniforms. DGF kind of wearing the green camouflage sleeves. Kindred Vikings wearing their star-spangled uniforms. Now batting Wes Hoover, the catcher. Here's a ground ball pounded into left field for a base hit. First pitch swinging. 2 singles in a row. Wes Hoover now 1 for 3. He'll have a courtesy runner for him, I believe. Now we're going to have a pitching change here. Looks like Jack Wold is going to come on to pitch. Or at least Jack Wold's coming into the game in some fashion, but Fisher Johnson threw a great game. Throws 5 innings, allows 6 hits, no runs so far. He is responsible for the runners on first and second base. So we're going to have a pitching change. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back on yourliveevent.com.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Check out the yourliveevent.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the yourliveevent.com free stage, check out redrivervalleyfair.com. That's redrivervalleyfair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
And we're back. Here are our defensive changes. Luke Starcevic is going to come on to pitch now in relief for Fisher Johnson. Starcevic was a starting first baseman. He moves over to pitcher. Grant Spellhaug moves from third base over to first base. And Jack Wold is removed as a designated hitter and comes on to play third base. So he'll stay in the lineup. Fisher Johnson exits the ball game after throwing 5+ innings, allowing the 6 hits, no runs, but responsible for the runners on first and second base. Adam Moe, number 22, is a courtesy runner for DGF for the catcher. They'll have runners on first and second base, nobody out. Dylan Anderson, almost a shoe-in to lay down a bunt. He does not show bunt, takes ball 1. We just kind of assumed that Dylan Anderson was going to show bunt. He did not. Takes ball 1. Big right-handed pitcher Luke Starcevic on the mound. And here's a 1-0 pitch. Misses down low. 2 balls and no strikes.
So Kindred in the biggest game of this Shields Invitational so far for them, electing to have 2 Babe Ruthers come in and pitch. Fisher did a great job.
Here's a 2-0. That one's over for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. So nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. What a baseball game this has been. Here's a 2-1. And that skips away from Whipple. And the runners are going to move up, so no need to bunt. It's a wild pitch. Runners on second and third now with nobody out. Dylan Anderson batting with a 3-1 count. Dylan is 0 for 1. He flew out to center and walked. Looking for a pitch that he can drive. Infield is in. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive into center field. This should tie the ball game. Almaris is going to make the catch. He's going to throw all the way through. Here's the throw at the plate. It's up the first base line, so the run does come across to score to tie. Peyton Oz comes across to score. Moe at second base did not move. I thought Almaris might throw to third base, but he chose to throw all the way through to the plate. It was a good, strong throw, just up the first base line a touch. So that ties the ball game at 1. It's a sacrifice fly for Dylan Anderson to center field for the first out. Give him a run batted in. And that'll bring up Jack Haugen. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out and flew out. Here's a pitch, swinging a foul, strike 1.
Yeah, no fault to Almaris there. He just caught the ball too deep. Really strong throw in. Just was never going to get there.
Yeah, it was a good, strong throw, but the ball was deep enough to score the runner Oz from third. Sack fly. Here's a pitch. Misses outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Luke Starcevic on to pitch in relief. That run charged to Fisher Johnson. Here's a 1-1 set. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. I saw Jack Wold come out of the dugout. I thought he might be called on to pitch, but he moved over to third base. So Vikings no longer have a designated hitter. Here's a 1-2, swinging a ground ball over towards second. Trom's got it. He boots it, and there's going to be no play. Haugen is going to reach on E4. Moe advances to third base. Another error for Kindred. That's 4 errors in the ball game. Back to the top of the order, center fielder Landon Johnson steps up. He singled, flew out, and reached on an error.
Now, if they can get out of here with a double play or something, they're gonna have to count their blessings because eventually these 4 errors they got to catch up eventually. So we'll see if Luke can battle out of this.
Here's a pitch. It's over for a strike. Runner was not moving. Let's see what they do with runners on first and third. Does not take off. Next pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goldmark in-game update. It's 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for DGF. Kindred Vikings now with 1 run, 7 hits, and 4 errors. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Over for a strike. Throw down to third base is into left field, and that's going to score a run. So you just called it. You said eventually errors are going to catch up to you. And that'll happen. So Whipple tried to throw it down to third base. He threw it to the right of Jack Wold. No way that he could have caught that ball. No. And the run scores on the throwing error as Moe, the courtesy runner, comes across the score to make it a 2-1 lead for DGF. 5 errors out now on Kindred. Swing and a foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Landon Johnson. Haugen did reach second base on that same error. Here's ball 2.
Down right here. We got bats to go. Let's go.
Here's a 2-2 set and delivery from Luke Starcevic. Fastball is away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's been a very good baseball game. Vikings finally broke through with a run in the bottom of the 5th. Now DGF answers back with 2 of their own. Here's a high pop fly foul. Spellhog will give chase. Xander Rath will give chase, but it lands foul. Just way too much room down that line. Long run for both. Count is full. Austin Anderson waits on deck. Two to 1 lead for DGF. Top of the 6th inning. Semifinal game in the Shields Invitational Tournament. And here's a 3-2. It's up high, walking.
Johnson draws walk and brings up number 19, left fielder, Austin Anderson.
Austin Anderson comes on to hit. He's a left fielder. And here's a set. And the delivery. Fastball is bunted up the third base line. Starcevic fields it. And he kind of slid around, and he's going to get charged with an error as well. We'll give Austin Anderson a sacrifice bunt, but reaches on the error by the pitcher. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. 6 errors now on the Vikings. 3 this inning. So you give Austin Anderson credit for the sacrifice bunt for getting the bunt down and moving the runners up, but he reaches first base on the air. And here's a pitch outside, ball 1 to Alex Anderson, starting pitcher for DGF. 2 to 1 lead. Here's the set and the pitch. Fastball gets by Whipple, and a run is going to score. That's a pass ball on Bryce Whipple. Runners move up to second and third base. Landon Johnson over at third. Austin Anderson up to second. Third run of the inning. It's 3 to 1. Pitch was a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Kason Berge is on deck. Things just kind of unraveling for Kindred. Starcevic trying to work out of it. Here's a pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Starcevic on in relief. For Fisher Johnson. Here's a 2-1 set in the pitch. This one is bunted up the first base line. It's going to skip foul. I think that was a squeeze play. I'm not sure if the runner from third took off or not, so I don't. Might have been one of those safety squeeze. If he gets a bunt down, then you take off. 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball over towards third. Wold has it, fires across a diamond. Scooped out of the dirt. No, he didn't. It's going to be an error on Jack Wold. The throw was in the dirt, and Spellhog couldn't quite handle it. So it'll be E. I'm not sure if it was E5, E3. It'll be E. We'll just call it E5 for now. A lot of action here. We'll have another courtesy runner, as Tanner Cadwell will come on and courtesy run for the pitcher. That loads the bases with still 1 out. Now a coaching visit to the mound. Things just kind of falling apart for the Vikings. There's no other way to say it. 4 errors this inning.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's so deflating mentally. But when you look at the scoreboard, the 7 errors are really hard to look at. But it's a 3-1 game right now. I mean,
right.
It feels like it's about 8-1. Just the body language and the kind of the feel of the game. But I don't know. You get a double play ball here. You come in the dugout excited, and this Kindred team is way too good with their bats to to feel this deflated. We just need a spark play here, maybe even a strikeout or something to just get your spirits going and get those bats rolling. As Paul Quizna said, we got way too good of bats to feel deflated already. It's 3-1.
Yeah, it's a 3-1 ball game, and there's a lot of baseball left.
Yeah.
Vikings still have a couple innings to come back and score some runs and work out of this jam. Infield is in. Here's a pitch, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Not really sure who to give that error on. Wold made a pretty strong throw across the diamond. It looked like Spellhaug might have been able to field that one, so I'm kind of leaning towards E3, actually. And here's a pitch, swinging a fly ball into right field. Xander Rath gives chase. He's going to make the catch and slide on his knees. That is going to score a run. Here's a throw into the infield. Landon Johnson comes across a score on the sacrifice fly to right field. Second out of the inning is recorded. Run batted in for Berge. And even at this score, at 4-1, I feel if you get out of this inning only allowing 4 runs, I think you got to feel fortunate because this could have been a lot worse, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Because the bases were loaded with only 1 out. We get the fly ball to Xander Rath. He's got to slide and kind of slide onto his knees, so he's not able to come up and make a strong throw to the plate.
No, that was a nice catch by him, though.
So that's a big out. Runners at first and third. And here's a pitch to Jacob Sievertson. Sievertson singled, flew out, and bounced into a double play. He's 1 for 3. DGF is going to bat around here. Sievertson coming to the plate. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball and a strike. 4 big runs for DGF in the top of the 6th. Here's a 1-1 pitch. This one's in the dirt. Throw down to second base is in time for the out. So there's your spark play, possibly.
Yeah.
As Cadwell gets gunned down, 2-6 on the caught stealing for the third out of the inning. However, DGF comes up with 4 runs, 4 errors committed in the inning for the Kindred Vikings, but they're coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning on yourliveevent.com.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to Green.
And we're back. Stanley Belaski will lead it off for the Kindred Vikings. Bottom of the 6th inning. High pop fly on the first pitch. Right side of the infield. Now second baseman Haugen, I believe, that handled that one. No, I'm incorrect. That is number 9, the first baseman Dylan Anderson, that handled that one on the first pitch. Belaski pops out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Luke Starcevic. Starcevic is 1 for 2 with a booming double and a ground out. Swinging a high fly ball into left field. This ball's hit pretty hard. Back it goes. And she is gone into left center field. So Starcevic gets one over the fence and answers back with a big booming home run to left center field just underneath the scoreboard. And it's a 4-2 ball game. Home run off of Alex Anderson. So Starcevic So Belaski swung at the first pitch and popped it up. Starcevic wasted no time, swung at the first pitch as well.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, may as well just get it out of the way.
And hit one out. 8 hits now for Kindred Vikings. That brings up Grant Spellhaug.
Well, we talked about a spark play. Hopefully, I mean, that brought all the guys out of the dugout again. That's the kind of life you need to see. This is a 2-run ball game. I mean, that's the type of thing you want if you're Kindred, is a little bit of life, a little bit of excitement.
Here's a pitch to Grant Spellhaug. It's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. We've seen the Vikings put up a bunch of runs in these games.
Yeah.
But hats off to DGF. They come back and they battle and put up 4 runs in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss by G-Money.
Yeah, this Kindred team scored 25 runs in their 2 games yesterday. 16 and 9, so.
Here's a 2-1. It's outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Andy Traum awaits on deck. And here's a 3-1 set, and the pitch, fastball, is in there for a strike. Spellhaug thought it was outside. Well, starting his way down to first base. Here's a 3-2 out of the full windup, and the pitch. He walked him. Spellhaug draws a walk. And we already had Getty pinch run for Grant earlier in the game, and he re-entered the ball game, so I don't think they're going to try that number again to keep Grant in the game. Andy Traum steps to the plate. He struck out and flew out. He's 0 for 2. And the pitch, swing and a foul, back out of play, strike 1. So first pitch out on a pop-up, first pitch home run, and then Spellhaug draws a walk. Andy Traum at the plate. 89 pitches coming up for Alex Anderson. And there it is. Fouled back out of play. Strike 2.
Come on, Ken. Come on, buddy.
Xander Rath is in the on-deck circle. And throw over to first base. Back in plenty of time is Spellhaug. One thing I'm certain of, I would not expect Spellhaug to take off here. There's another throw over to first base. He's back in plenty of time.
Probably a fair assumption.
Xander Rath and Kylan Swenson get thrown out stealing. I don't think you're going to try to have Grant Spellhaug try to steal. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Traum goes down on strikes. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up Xander Rath. Xander grounded out on a bunt attempt and then singled to left field, was thrown out stealing. That was back in the bottom of the 5th. 90 pitches now for Anderson. Here's the set and the pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen, strike 1. Goldmark in-game update, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For DGF, Kindred with 2 runs, 8 hits, and 7 errors. And here's the 0-1 set. And the pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, one, say, babe.
Alex Anderson on the mound for DGF doing a fine job. Here's the 0-2 set and pitch. Is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful day for baseball. We got game 2 following this one, the other semifinal game against Brookings and Bismarck Americans. Winner of this game will play the winner of that game in the championship game somewhere around 2 o'clock. One and 2 the count. Here's a set and the pitch. Fastball is up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Almaris is on deck. And here's a 2-2. This one's down low. Now, if I was a betting man, I would say that Grant Spellhaug is going to take off at first base. There's 2 outs, full count. First baseman is not even going to hold on Grant at first. He's going to play back. So he'll take off on the pitch. Here's the 3-2. It's a fastball away. He drew a walk.
It's a really good at-bat by Xander.
Think about it over at second, Andy.
So runners at first and second now.
You got Carson to play first.
Now we might have a pitching change here. Coach Al Kruger comes out to talk to his infield. If he's just going to have a conversation, which it looks like it might be, it doesn't look like he's making a pitching change at this time.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's just more of a discussion than a pitching change. I mean, you're 96 pitches in. I don't know the rule, but
yeah, you're just gonna go out there and have a conversation with your infield. Don't do anything silly here. You know, make the plays, make the defensive plays. Don't fall for any base running, shenanigans or anything like that. Runners at first and second.
Yep. Well, like we had mentioned, it's still only a 2-run game, and now you've got runners on first and second with big number 8 coming to bat, who's had a very special tournament so far. Even his outs have been they've either been really hard-hit liners to the outfield, or he makes these infielders work for him getting out at first. So if he puts a ball in play here, don't expect any sort of easy out unless it's a hard hit to third and he can step on third type of thing. But
so Mason Almaris is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. We do have a pinch runner. Jack McDonald comes in to run for Grant Spellhog at second base. Swing and a pop-up foul out of play. So it'll be strike 1 to Mason Almaris.
And that cleared the fence, so that's out of play.
Jack Wold is on deck. Almaris just missed that one, fouled it off to the right side. So we do have some more speed out at second base. Jack McDonald pinch running. So Grant Spellhog is out of the game. Well, we got Carson Andel in the dugout who can play first base and others. Here's the 0-1 set and pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Mason Almaris. And we've seen Mason Almaris with 2 strikes. He's been able to battle through things. It doesn't seem to bother him when he gets 2 strikes on him. Here's pitcher number 99. Swing of the line drive into right center field. This ball's crushed. Back it goes. It's going to one-hop the fence. 1 run scores. Here's Xander Rath being waved home. He's going to score easily. Almaris digging for third. Are you kidding me? A 2-run triple just like that. I just said, hey, an 0-2 count. Doesn't bother him, and he laces one off. 1 hops the right center field fence. We got a tie ball game, folks.
And what a special Shields Invitational Mason Almaris is having. God dang it, this kid, at just time after time again, he delivers.
Another triple, 2 runs batted in. And that brings up Jack Wold. Hey, the Vikings aren't done. Jack Wold has hit the ball hard all 3 times. He singled to center, flew out hard to deep left center field. A special play out in center field by Anderson. And then he doubled hard off the wall in right field to drive in a run back in the 5th.
And we had mentioned the needing the spark play because it felt like Kindred was a little down. They ain't down anymore. They were excited under us, and there was a lot of yelling going there.
Swing and a miss. Jack Wold took a big old hack at that one. He's down on the count 0-2.
Their kindred spirits have been lifted, I would say.
So Xander Rath scores from first base easily. He probably could have made it back to first and maybe second base if he just continued running around.
Yeah.
I don't think that's allowed. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It'd be a sneaky move if no one noticed.
102 pitches now for the starter, Alex Anderson. And he's battled. He's thrown a very good game.
He has.
Here's a 1-2. This one's down in the dirt. It gets away. Here comes Almaris. He's going to score easily. And the Vikings take a lead. And they can end up winning this one without having to bat in the 7th inning.
I was going to say that when it was 2-4. I didn't want to do the announcer's jinx. I was even going to say this bottom of the 7th is not guaranteed by any means, but I'm glad I didn't say anything. I can't be blamed.
What an incredible baseball game. DGF scores 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning, kind of deflating.
Yep.
Kindred drops 4 of their own in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a 2-2 pitch.
And
it's outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's funny because the reason it was so deflating was it was just so self-inflicted. But how do you answer? This is exactly how you answer. Hits and hits and runs, and this is exciting baseball.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Base hit up the middle. Look at Jack Wold go, man. 3 hits, 3 for 4, and his only time he got out was probably his hardest ball hit when he hit one nearly off the wall in left center field.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball hard, and we're at 105 pitches now.
And now we're going to have a pitching change for Alex Anderson. What a job he's done. I really hope his home crowd and even the Kindred crowd gives this young man kind of a round of applause for his pitching performance today. He was probably going to stay in the game because he's their 3-hole hitter.
Yeah, and we're going to have a lot to cover. We're going to do the Todd Wold CPA post-game show again today. Todd Wold CPA post-game show for any accounting requisitions from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals or businesses. Go online to wold-cpa.com.
Let's take a break on this. I would do a pitching change because Alex Anderson will have to come out. So Kindred Vikings take a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning on yourliveevent.com.
GreenEarthND.com.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And welcome back to Kindred, North Dakota with today's exciting matchup. Mike has, I think, quite a few changes here to go over.
Well, Bryce Whipple's going to bat. He's going to take a fastball up and in. The new pitcher is the first baseman, Dylan Anderson. He comes in to pitch. The designated hitter is removed from the designated hitter role, and he comes in to play first base. That's Jacob Sievertson, swinging a foul to the screen. I believe Jack Haugen exited the ball game because Schreiber is in to play second base now, and the pitcher, Alex Anderson, went in to play the outfield. We just can't catch what number he is because their numbers are camouflaged. I can't see him. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball on the right side. That's going to skip into right field for a base hit. Wold will stop at third base. So Whipple singles to the opposite side. Whipple had been 0 for 3. Now he's 1 for 4. That'll bring up Kylan Swenson. He's 2 for 3 on the game.
Yeah, Kylan's had a couple of really nice hits. Liners up the middle and through the right side.
Now we'll have a courtesy runner for Whipple. That'll be Sawyer Hess. Get some action. Courtesy run. 5-4 lead. What a ball game this has been. Big 2-run triple by Mason Almaris to tie this ball game up. He scores on a wild pitch to take the lead. And here's a pitch, ball low in the dirt.
Watch, get back! He will back pick him. He's a good catcher.
Press box crew coaching first over here.
Yeah, it might be needed. Yeah, it might be needed.
And they're not wrong. They said, this catcher's good. They're going to throw back behind you. So they're shouting at Sawyer Hess to say, hey, be careful. He'll throw behind you and throw you out. Good solid arm by the catcher, Mr. Wes Hoover.
Yeah, Wes Hoover has impressed so far today.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's way outside. 2 balls and a strike. How about the day by Jack Wold? 3 for 4. And his only out was a stellar catch off the wall in left center field.
If nothing happens on this pitch, I'll pan over and show any viewers what we're talking about at first base here.
Here's a pitch, ground ball over towards third. He's got it, fires across the diamond in time for the out, and that retires the side after the Vikings bat around in the bottom of the 6th inning and tie this ball game up and then take the lead, and they lead it by a score of 5-4 with DGF coming to bat on yourliveevent.com.
Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Wow, here's your Goldmark in-game update. DGF drops 4 runs on the Vikings in the top of the 6th inning. A lot of errors. They come up with 4 runs. Vikings answer back with 4 runs of their own in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they have a 5-4 lead. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. And Greg, I hate to say this, I don't feel this game's done.
Yeah, I know. Being the Kindred alum I am and wanting this to be done, it doesn't feel like it. This DGF team, don't know much about them. This is the first time I've seen them, but they're an impressive team, top to bottom. They've got some dudes over there.
5, 6, and 7 hitters to bat against Luke Starcevic, and Starcevic starts off Jacob Severson with 3 straight balls, and here's a 3-0 pitch. It's outside. He walked him. Some defensive changes for the Vikings. Owen Hoyme does come on to catch for Bryce Whipple, and Grant Spellhaug had been ran for, and so he had already had that happen earlier in the game when Carson Getty ran for him. He re-entered. McDonald ran for him again, and so he has to exit the ball game. Carson Andel comes in to play first base in his spot. Now we'll visit out to the mound. Josh Almaris, the head coach for the Vikings, talking with his infield. A leadoff walk for Severson. So it was way too much to ask to have a 1-2-3 pitch top of the 7th inning.
Would have been fun.
We didn't expect that.
No.
So Carson Andel is a very good fielder over at first base. Owen Hoyme on to catch now. And that'll bring up Peyton Oz. Popped into a double play on a bunt attempt, walked and stole a base, was stranded, singled and scored a run back in the 6th. First pitch to him is a ball. So 5 straight balls to start out the top of the 7th inning. And Starcevic steps off the back of the rubber. Timeout. 5-4 lead, top of the 7th inning. DGF batting. Here's a pitch. Over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Great baseball. Great morning for baseball. Shields Invitational Tournament. Here's a 1-1.
Nice pitch.
Over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Really good location on that one.
What a job by this umpiring crew.
Yeah.
Today.
Yep, they have done a really good job, and they've kind of stayed out of it. I think the best umpiring crews are the ones you don't really. I mean, I'm going to remember I'm going to remember that, but no calls where it's any like eyebrow raisers or that type of thing. It's been solid all around.
Very consistent strike zone today. Here's a 2-2 pitch, ground ball over towards third. Wold has it. He's going to go to first base in time for the out. So just as effective as a bunt, Severson will move up to second base. It's a 5-3 putout. 1 down, and that brings up the catcher, Wes Hoover. And what an impact this young catcher's had on the game.
Yeah.
He's thrown out a couple of base stealers, and after that, he's just kind of kept the runners sitting at first base.
Yeah.
Not even trying to steal at him after a little while here. Got a good arm. Here's the pitch. Misses for ball 1. Vikings scored first in the bottom of the 5th inning. DGF answered back with 4 runs in the top of the 6th. Kindred Vikings bounce back with 4 of their own and have a 5-4 lead. Next pitch is over for a strike. It's a 1-1 count. Runner on second base, 1 out. Luke Starcevic, the pitch, way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. And here's the set and the delivery. Fastball grounded out towards short. And it hit the runner. And it hit the runner again. It's a dead ball. It's a dead ball. The runner is out. Again, this happened, so I'm going to explain this again. Here's how it's scored. It's a single for the batter. Wes Hoover gets a single and reaches first base. Severson is out on a putout. We'll call it to the shortstop because it was going right to Stanley Belaski, and he would have made the play. And so it's a unassisted putout for the shortstop for the second out of the inning. And we will have a courtesy runner for the catcher. So Wes Hoover gets his second hit of the ball game. And we have a courtesy runner again. It's number 22, Adam Moe. He courtesy ran last time for the catcher and scored a run in the 6th. So he's on at first base, but that's a big out. Now you take the runner out of second, out of scoring position, out at second base, and now you put the runner back over to first. Interestingly enough, Whipple's not behind the plate anymore. It's Owen Hoyme. Hoyme has a good, strong throwing arm himself. He did catch yesterday and pitch. And here's a set by Luke Starcevic. First pitch is over for a strike. We've seen it all in this Shields Invitational Tournament.
No kidding.
Big play in the game, and the ball hits the runner. Base hit for the catcher. Courtesy runner on. Here's the 0-1 set and pitch, swinging a line drive into right center field. Mason Almaris goes back. He makes the catch, and the Kindred Vikings win this one by a score of 5-4. What an amazing baseball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back to recap this on the Todd Wold CPA postgame show on yourliveevent.com.
rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
At Green Earth Landscaping, quality is what they strive for, no matter the project. From putting in an automatic lawn sprinkler system to making a new or revamping an existing fire pit or patio. From tree care, pruning to growing annual flowers, Green Earth Landscaping can answer your questions. Green Earth Landscaping, covering the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Kindred Vikings win this ball game by a score of 5-4. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. What a baseball game, Greg.
So we have seen awesome baseball. I feel like it feels like we're beating a dead horse, but it's hard not to keep saying it. We've seen awesome baseball Friday, Saturday, and now Friday and Saturday were more so fun because it was more hectic and crazy play after crazy play, bats flying around. Today, very different. It didn't feel hectic. I mean, the first 5 innings, talk about a pitching duel. You've got Anderson, who is just dealing strike after strike after strike, and Fisher Johnson coming up from Babe Ruth. And then same thing, delivering strike, and Luke Starcevic comes in, who's another Babe Ruther. And these guys, they just came in and played really, really good baseball. Good defense until Kindred seemingly kind of fell apart and gave up 4 runs in the top of the 6th there. And it really did feel like the wind had come out from under their sails, and it was like, uh-oh. But they answered back big time, and I know you've got some stats you can go over that, but what an answer in the bottom of the 6th inning by the Vikings.
You give up 4 runs. There's a lot of errors. They committed 4 errors that inning, but Luke Starcevic comes in, first pitch swinging, bounces one over the fence for a home run.
Yeah.
And makes it 4-2, but then they just continue to rally and get runners on board. What a big triple by Mason Almaris to the right center field gap. Scores a couple of runs, ties this game. Then he scores on a wild pitch, and they win it by a score of 5-4. I'm going to start off with some of the stats for DGF. I want to tip my hat to Alex Anderson, that starting pitcher. 5 2/3 innings pitched. He allows 10 hits, gives up 5 runs, 4 earned, walks 4 and strikes out 5. Dylan Anderson comes on and pitches a third of an inning and works out of it. For the Kindred Vikings, the starting pitcher, Fisher Johnson, goes 5 innings, allows 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, walks 3 and strikes out 2. Luke Starcevic comes on and pitches 2 innings of relief, doesn't allow any hits, allows 2 runs, none of them are earned based on the errors, and he walked 2 and didn't strike out anybody, but he gets the win in relief for the Kindred Vikings, and they win this one by a score of 5-4. We'll come back and we'll recap some stats, and we'll take a break. We're going to have an interview with Fisher Johnson. I think Luke Starcevic is making his way up here. Yes, he is. And we'll talk to these guys when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Check out the Your Live Event.com free stage powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Inc. at the Red River Valley Fair with a full lineup of great performers and shows each day. You'll enjoy live entertainment from Quick 56, Ashley Weiland, Slamabama, and more. The Red River Valley Fair is 3 weekends from June 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. For entertainment schedules and more information on the YourLiveEvent.com free stage, check out RedRiverValleyFair.com. That's RedRiverValleyFair.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
And the Kindred Vikings win this one by a score of 5-4. I'm Mike Bernier. Greg Kramer's been helping me with the broadcast, and he's running the camera over here diligently. We're joined by the starting pitcher, Fisher Johnson. We'll talk to Fisher first. Your first American Legion baseball game. How did it feel tonight going into the game?
It felt good because my last start didn't really go the way it wanted, and this is a good chance to redeem myself and show myself I can play with older kids and have a good first start.
You get called up from the Midcast Babe Ruth team, and all you do is go out there and throw 5 innings of pretty good baseball. You allowed the 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. You walk 3, and you come up with your first 2 American Legion baseball strikeouts.
Yeah.
So it was a fun game. You didn't get the win. You didn't figure into the decision as the Kindred Vikings fell behind by a score of 4-1 after you left the ball game, and then they come back and win it. How did your teammates pick you up today?
They just really believed in me. I mean, 2 got on right away, then Luke came in, picked me up, and then got out of there. Not the way we wanted, but we got the job done and just won.
How about Mason Almaris' 2 RBI triple again for the Kindred Vikings to tie this ball game up? Was dugout a little bit excited?
Yeah, that was really cool because I think he had 2 strikes on him, and then Dean Wixo, he said something, and he hits a triple, so it's really cool to have coach just say one thing, and then he hits a triple, so it was really cool.
Really fun to watch. We'll hand the microphone over to Luke Starcevic. Luke Starcevic joining us as well. Luke comes on and pitches in relief and winds up getting the win. You go 2 innings, no hits. You do allow a couple of runs. None of those are earned based on the errors that occurred back in that top of the 6th inning. Now, the Vikings committed the 4 errors in that inning. What did Coach Almaris say to the infield as he came out and talked to you in that inning?
He just said we kind of needed to clean it up, obviously. It wasn't pretty, but we ended up getting out of it. Kind of struggled, but it's all right. Got the job done. So
you give up the 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging is Stanley Belaski. He pops up. Your first pitch swinging as well, and you drive one over the left field fence. How did it feel at the plate today?
Yeah, it felt great. I mean, first at bat, I had a nice little hit too, so saw that ball. Didn't feel great, but, it will do, I guess. I mean, home run, you can't complain. So
it got out of here. I think you mentioned it off air. Your first double off the wall, I felt that ball was hit harder than the home run.
Yeah, that thing was pieced up. That was a better hit than the first one, but, I mean, didn't have as much elevation, obviously.
So you come on and you wind up getting the win, and after your home run, the team tends to rally. They get a bunch of runners on base. Mason Almaris comes up with that big 2-run triple, and how did you feel in the dugout? Did you feel your first American Legion win coming on as a pitcher?
Yeah, Mason, he's a great player, man. I mean, Mr. Reliable. Gets on, line drives everywhere. I mean, it's crazy. And then in the dugout, we're all talking like we need to lock in still. We're only up 1 run. Anything can happen like the last inning where we gave up 4. So we're all trying to just stay locked in like we were before and keep playing great.
And you come into the top of the 7th inning. The first batter reaches on a walk, but then you get a ground out, and then a single, and then that single was when the runner hit the ball hit the runner, and that's a huge break for the Kindred Vikings. And how did that make you feel? I felt the dugout jumped up and hooped and hollered at that one too.
Yeah, a little sigh of relief there. I mean,
you take the runner.
I think Stanley would have got him at first anyways, but get rid of the lead runner is big.
Right, yeah, you get the runner off a scoring position, and now the runner's over at first base, and then you're able to get the last batter on a fairly hard hit ball to center field, but you got the Hoover vacuum out there in center field.
Yep.
Mason Almaris goes and chases it down.
Yep.
Well, thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll take a break on yourliveevent.com.
Yep, thank you.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Vikings win this one by a score of 5-4. You're listening and watching the Todd Wold CPA postgame show. Your scoreboard is accurate out there. DGF strikes with 4 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Kindred Vikings answer back with 4 of their own in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Mike Bernier along with Greg Kramer. What a baseball game. What a tournament this Shields Invitational has been.
Yeah, and as good of a game as we just watched, I'm not ready to be done. And you know what? We're back in it. We're back at it. So we've got Bismarck and Brookings to now battle, and then we'll see who these Kindred Vikings are going to be taking on in the 2:30-ish game. I'm not ready to be done. I'm excited for more baseball. I know it's just going to continually get hotter, but at this point I don't care. I just want to watch more baseball.
I tell you what, the Shields Invitational Tournament, it's been very fun to watch, but again, we can't say this enough. Thank you to all of our workers out here, the grounds crew. They're out there diligently, as you could probably see. Well, we got the scoreboard up there now, but they're getting the field ready to play. Dan Nathan, Paul Quislin, and others. Todd Wold is out there on the field with a rake, and we're trying to get this game going, but the concession workers, the concession food has just been outstanding. We had breakfast burritos, pizza this morning. That was just great. Aaron Hill just doing a fabulous job along with all the other workers and the ticket takers. Thanks for bringing this tournament to Kindred, and having some success on the field is sure helpful.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see how this Kindred team answered in that game. To be completely honest, and just it didn't look good for a second. When you have such self-inflicted wounds, that can really derail a team where it's just you feel like you're taking yourself out of the game. Not saying that DGF didn't play great. That's a really good team that they have over there. They had some really good players. But it's just error after error, and it really feels like, uh-oh. But, god dang it, that bottom of the 6th inning, they did nothing but answer, and they answered in a huge way.
And how about Luke Starsevic's answer to that home run? I go, how'd that home run feel? He goes, I didn't feel very good off the bat.
But a home run's a home run.
He still hit it 355 feet or so out to left field for a home run. But that just shows you the power that he has.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't get all of that one. You could tell it didn't quite hit off the entire sweet spot, but strong enough to power it over the left field wall for a big home run. And then the Vikings continue to answer back. They get runners on base. Grant Spellhauer gets on. Xander Rath gets on. And then that big 2-run triple and Xander Rath's speed. He's able to score easily from first base. And then Mason Almaris comes across to score that end up winning run
on the pass
ball.
on
the pass ball wild pitch. And the Vikings win this one by a score of 5-4. So we're going to have another game after this on the Kindred Field. It's going to be Brookings versus the Bismarck Americans.
Yep.
And then the winner of that game will play in the championship game at around 2 o'clock against the Kindred Vikings. So we'll take a break until then, and we'll bring you that Vikings game either against Brookings or against Bismarck on yourliveevent.com.